late night surprise with BDD. Hey, it's Tuesday night, primary night. Felt like it was time to do a little bit of celebrating. That's what's up. That damn Alaskan is here. Melissa McQueen, Kim Minnie, Jenny Rayner, Bernadette H, Veronica Tello. Yes, Kansas. I guess you guys were reading my mind, huh? Because I was totally like, as soon as I heard. By the way, before I go any further, welcome to my first episode back of Late Night with BDD. This is my first stream since having returned from New Zealand. I will never be able to pronounce this word correctly. Aotearoa, I think that's it. So much has happened today. So yeah, I felt that it was time to have a little celebration. A lot has happened. Let's see, Rose Colon is here. Roger Sokol, Patricia Pueyas, David Shaw. That damn Karen, even that damn Karen has showed up. The Trump Reaper, Zaza Lucy L, Cindy C, Jenny Rayner, Melissa McQueen, Ness from Connecticut is here, missing the Kiwis. Yes, I am missing the Kiwis, Veronica Tello. Let me start off with that. First of all, is the music too loud? Because I can crank that down a little bit. LB Studio is here, Lucy L, Shell Paulette. Hey, that's a name I haven't seen in a minute. Eddie G. Anyway, where to start? New Zealand. It was lovely. The flight was long as hell. It was 2 flights. Excuse me. David Shaw says music is loud. Okay, we can fix that. How's that, you guys? That's better? That's better? Yeah. Okay, so the flight was long. We did it in 2 legs. We broke up the flight from New Zealand to Hawaii, and from Hawaii to back to New York. But it was very tough. Saying goodbye to the family over there, to my mother-in-law, to my sister and brother-in-law, to my little nephews. I mean, wifey was, and needless to say, was beside herself, and I was kind of there too. It was tough. It was very tough. They were lovely, wonderful people, and if I had won. If I had won the $1 billion lottery, I know you guys all bought tickets for that lottery. Powerball, by the way, there's a Powerball drawing that's about $200 million. So yeah, if I had won that $1 billion lottery, I might have just seriously considered moving to New Zealand. With that said, I would maintain my citizenship here so that I could continue to be that Democratic stick in the Republican Party's eye. Yes. But it's beautiful. Such a beautiful country. And I only got to see like a little portion of it. So God willing, we will be able to return at some point in the future, we hope. What else? So upon returning, what happened? Oh, I hit 1 million followers on Twitter. Thank you, Patricia Pueyas. Thank you, all you guys, for reaching out and helping me celebrate that. It's an incredible milestone, because I'll tell you, I never had any intention of gaining 1 million followers or even staying on this platform long enough for that to happen. And it's been incredible. It continues to be incredible. I feel very responsible. I feel like, when I tweet something, I need to double check my sources and make sure, I don't tell some Trumper to eat a bag of dicks or whatever. I make sure that, I tweet responsibly. So 1 million followers and a Metro card will get me on the subway. But it feels good. It does feel good. It feels, I don't know, validating maybe or something. Veronica Taylor says, "Now you're stuck with us forever." What else has been happening? Big things like, for instance, today, the Pact Act. Pact Act. You guys know about this. This is the act that was meant to help veterans who've been adversely affected by burn pits. And the Republicans voted against it. And the thing that they were trying to say was that, Democrats tried to pull a fast one. They changed it. There was nothing changed in this thing. Nothing changed in it. It was the exact same bill. The same bill that they voted on today and passed. I think they passed it 86-11 was the final tally. Excuse me. 86-11. Last week, it was the exact same bill. So they got caught trying to be petty. And here we go. Jon Stewart saying, the Trump Reaper saying Jon Stewart is the boss. This is correct. So this guy is fantastic. I love his passion. I love his advocacy for our veterans. I would love to see more professional actors and comedians coming out and using their star power, their ultra wattage to make things happen. And Watcher Soko with the kind, friendly reminder to please smash that like button. And if you are watching and have not yet subscribed, if you're watching on Twitter right now, there's a whole conversation going on over here. Over here is the conversation. And when I see the stuff, the comments pop up, maybe I help them pop up on the screen and we all discuss. Veronica Teller says he should run for Congress. I think he's discussed that. He's more content on throwing firebombs from the peanut gallery, and that's my happy space too. I have no interest in running for public office. But speaking of running for office, today was a big primary in Kansas, Michigan, Missouri, Arizona. Always forgetting that fifth state. There was a fifth state that was also having primaries today. I cannot remember which one it was. I can't tell you the last time I gave a shit about the results, the electoral results of a primary in Kansas, Washington. Thank you, Cindy C. Washington State is the fifth one. I've never bothered, and not to say that the people of Kansas are not lovely people. I'm sure they are. But we know Kansas is a red state. It's reliably red. It's conservative. Something different was happening in Kansas today. See, that saying, we're not in Kansas anymore. Whew, boy, Kansas turned out, and there was an amendment. There was an amendment that said if you vote yes, then they will. Some constitutional amendment will change, and they will revoke abortion rights. I'm paraphrasing. I'm simplifying it. It's a little bit more complicated, but whatever. If you voted no, you voted to keep the status quo and to maintain abortion rights for the citizens of the state of Kansas. And no won overwhelmingly. I believe it was something like 64 to 37. I mean, it was boom. It was a blowout. It's a blowout in Kansas. Red state, red as Kansas. So, I was already motivated. I was already hopeful for November. But wow, those numbers just knocked me for a loop. I did not know that there were that many people who were paying attention, and there were. Apparently, there were a whole lot of people who were unable to actually cast votes for state offices. They couldn't because they weren't registered to any party. That's a prerequisite for the primary in that state. But they were able to vote on that state thing. Tina G, I missed you guys too. Thank you so kindly. So yeah, Kansas gives me hope, a little bit of hope, and that's what we need right now. We have so much negativity out there. Anytime you turn around, look, we got President Biden caught COVID again. And apparently they're saying that this was a result of medication he took, Paxlovid, delivering a false positive or something like that. But President Biden was like, that's fine. I'll just kill a terrorist while I'm home sick. And that's what he did. He took lemons and made a whole damn gallon pitcher of lemonade and shared it with the country. It's a pretty big deal. He issued the order to take out Ayman al-Zawahiri, who is like he's like the mastermind of 9/11. So is it false negative or false positive? Whatever. Meredith Powell says she has COVID again. I'm so sorry to hear of that. Patsy Baloney got subpoenaed. I gotta put that up here. Alaska Cindy. This Patsy Baloney. That's very clever. Very, very clever. Pat Cipollone was subpoenaed by a grand jury, a federal grand jury. The good news just keeps rolling on in. Excuse me. Let's see. DeSantis is on a rampage. Yeah, I mean, that guy just keeps putting up things that he trying to pass some law saying that they were going to keep China away from their libraries and their schools. He's creating a whole lot of straw men, I guess. The no CRT thing. Like, dude, this CRT is not even an issue. We're gonna make sure it's not being taught. Nonsense. I really hope that dude loses, and in order for him to lose, Florida has to galvanize behind one candidate, and it's going to either be Nikki Fried or it's going to end up being Charlie Crist. Whoever it is, I got my full 100% support. Oh, here my friend Ben is watching. He says music is a little dominant over your voice on my speakers. Ben, By the way, Ben is a friend of mine who I was able to meet in New Zealand. He lives in New Zealand. Excuse me. And so he's watching the show. So let's see. What else do we have? We have the primaries tonight. It looks like Carrie Lake is losing. Last I checked. Does anybody have an update on Carrie Lake? Because I'm not watching the news right now. Here we go. Carrie Lake. She's losing with more than half of Maricopa County reporting. That's a tweet by Muller She Wrote. Muller She Wrote is awesome. If she loses, that will be the trifecta. That will be just a perfect evening. I will love it so much. I love it so much. I loved watching Jon Stewart go head to head with that white supremacist Jack Posobiec, whatever the hell his name is, Jack Posobiec. Jon Stewart is not a tall guy, but he's big in stature, and he got up in this guy's face and he let him have it. Told him, "You a fucking troll." Yeah, loved it. So let's see what else. What else can I talk about it? What else can I talk about tonight? I'm just very glad to be back here in front of you guys. I want to ease myself back into doing these streams and doing a proper stream with an interview and all that. I know my friend Corey Lord. I'm not sure if Corey Lord is here, but I know Corey Lord sent me a DM with like a whole lot of names of people that he thinks I should interview, and some of them, I would love to interview these people too. I don't know what he thinks. I think he believes I have more pull than I actually have. I don't have a whole lot of pull. I don't have like professional bookers that can get on the phone and call people up and email these people all day long. But I'll do my best. Eddie G says, "Ooh, I would have been so mad had I missed this." I don't know what you're missing, because really it's just me off the cuff tonight. I have no script prepared. I have no content other than just reveling in the joy of the Kansas. I think this is big for November. The Kansas verdict tonight is huge, because it means that even in a conservative state, people will get up off their ass. Oh, Dan Alaskan, thank you. I will definitely DM you. Okay. People will get up off their ass and vote on this one issue. So who knows how many single issue voters we're going to have turning up on election night in November. But I think it's going to be huge. If we got that kind of turnout. So the expected turnout in Kansas City was supposed to be 36%. That's what they were expecting. They instead got over 50%. Over 50% in a primary in Kansas. It's huge. So we have other races happening in the Senate. We're looking at John Fetterman versus Dr. Oz, and it looks like Fetterman is pounding Oz. Who else do we have? We have Tim Ryan versus Jd Vance, and Tim Ryan is shaping up very well. It's a close race, though. He's not running away with it. And here's the race that really, really irritates the hell out of me is the Georgia race between Reverend Warnock and and Herschel Walker. Boggles the mind because, I assume that Georgia has its fair share of educated people. Okay? I'm giving Georgia residents the benefit of the doubt that the majority of the voters have maybe finished school, have finished high school, and a decent percentage of those have gone on to college, so they're educated. And so, if you're an educated person and you're watching Herschel Walker and his alphabet soup speech, come on. Georgia residents, in my opinion, should be outraged at the Republican Party. Like, if I was a Republican, I'd be like, come on. You could have asked me to run. I could put some sentences together at least, and coherent sentences. 3 or 4 at least I can put together. And this Herschel Walker, all he has going for him are bona fides from the 90s or the 80s when he was playing football. That's all he's got going for him. Aside from that, he's a hothead. He's possibly suicidal. He pointed a loaded gun at his head. Then he pointed a loaded gun at his ex-wife's head. Then he threatened to have a shootout with the cops. And this guy is telling lies about everything from supposedly having worked for the FBI, from having graduated this college. I mean, all easily disprovable lies. And he just thinks that's, fake it till you make it is not a winning strategy, I don't think. Or perhaps the Republican Party thinks that, Georgians are just going to vote for whoever has an R by their name. They don't care. Or maybe the Republican Party thinks that Georgia voters are too stupid. I'm saying the Republican Party believes that Georgia voters are too stupid to discern the difference between an educated black man who actually happens to be a man of God. He's a Reverend Warnock. That's their prototypical perfect black man. Black man who goes to church. But I guess this black man is too educated for them. So they want somebody who they can control, they can manipulate. Just a rubber stamp. Eddie G says, don't make fun of Herschel, make fun of those who support him. I feel kind of bad for Herschel Walker. I don't feel like he really knows that what's going on around him. I think he's a victim. I think he has a severe case of CTE. But yeah, somebody up here said about Val Demings. That Dan Alaskan says, I love Val Demings. Yes, I'm big on Val Demings too, and I think also Marco Rubio is vulnerable. I think he's vulnerable. I don't know if the updated poll numbers reflect that, but another person who is vulnerable, the most vulnerable senator who's running for re-election, is Ron Johnson from Wisconsin. Yeah, so things are looking up in a positive way for the Senate. The House races, I don't know. The House races, I really don't know. And we need to hold the House. Oh yeah, did you guys... Speaker Pelosi went to Taiwan today. Isn't that something? Huh? President Xi said, "You better not come over here. There's going to be swift and severe consequences." I said, Nancy just threw her shades on and said, "Bitches, I'm here in Taiwan." I'm very confused about the situation in Taiwan. Me personally, confused about it. I Googled, is Taiwan an independent nation? And some websites are like, yeah, but... What is this? Yeah, but. No, yeah, but. It's either yes or no. Are they independent or not? You can't get a straight answer from any of these websites. It's a complicated situation. There was a civil war. The people who now live in Taiwan, they lost, and they had to. They went to Taiwan, and so they have been governing themselves for a very long time. They've been governing themselves, but there's this thing called One China. One China. So China believes that there's this notion of one China, and that Taiwan is part of that one China. Taiwan also believes in the one China doctrine, but they believe Taiwan is the real China, and mainland China they're the pretenders. They need to fall under the Taiwan. It's crazy. But Nancy says, "You're not going to tell me what to do." She just went over there with her security, her security detail, and she said, "Yeah, try me. What? I'm here. There's nothing between us except for air and opportunity." Ladies and gentlemen, Wifey is in the room. Hello, Wifey. Excuse me. And no, Lucy L., you are correct. We don't need to see another Ukraine war in Taiwan. Cindy C. points out that Taiwan is to China like Ukraine is to Russia. And you understand this too. And the Trump Reaper is saying that Tucker Carlson was ragging on Pelosi for going to Taiwan. You know, you can't win. You can't win with these Republicans. When you do the thing that they've been saying you should do, they criticize you for it. Excuse me. Like that's exactly what they did with President Obama. That man could not win. They were like, "Oh, you should go left." He went left, and they said, "No, you should go right." Could not win. LB Studio is an interesting comment. The CCP has never ruled over Taiwan and never will. Cindy C., there is no video of me trying to ride a horse. Oh, yes, and Rand Paul is a POS. Earlier today, I saw a video of Rand Paul demanding that saying that veterans should have to prove that their ailment was related to their service. And I think that's bullshit. I think it irritates the hell out of me that these politicians are so fast to sign our boys up, our boys, our fathers, our husbands and wives and sisters, and to sign them up to go off to war. They're quick to do that, to offer their bodies, their blood and their sweat and their souls to the war. But then when they come back, they got nothing for them. They got nothing for them. And that is a disgrace. That's a disgrace. At the very least, they should be guaranteed the best medical care. Best. They should have medical care that's better than whatever it is that they get in Congress. Why not? The medical care here in America is overpriced. It's goddamn overpriced. And I know that because I was over there where it's not overpriced, in New Zealand. Certain things in New Zealand are expensive, like housing, crazy expensive. Taxes, they pay a little bit more taxes because those taxes go a much longer way for their health care. And everybody I spoke to in New Zealand loves their health care. Loves their health care. It is something that we should be envious of, and we should strive to get there. But at the very least, our veterans, the people who put themselves in harm's way to defend our way of life, they should want for nothing in terms of health care. Nothing. They should, walk in, here's my veteran card, right this way, sir. My dad is not doing well these days. He just underwent a procedure. Had a stent inserted in his heart. He's very frail. My dad is a veteran also. I'm not sure if his heart ailments are due to his service, but his service should guarantee that he has care, as much care as he needs. So he is with Scribble My Dibbles right now, and she is making sure that he gets the absolute best possible care. He had walking pneumonia, and he had heart issues. So we're keeping a very close eye on him. So let's see what else. I'm probably not going to have a show ready for you guys for tomorrow. As I said, I'm easing myself back into the swing of things, but we're going to have some good episodes coming up. The funniest thing, oh yeah, and I do have some pictures and some video clips and whatnot to share with you of the vacation. I'm not sure if I'm going to share it here, or maybe I'll just put it on the Patreon. And those of you who have been kind enough to be Patreons of mine, maybe that's what that thing is there for. And yes, Aries Wanderer and David Shaw, thank you guys. I will definitely thank my dad for his service to our country. Guessing game. Yeah, no, I don't have a guessing game tonight, but yeah, I will have more of that stuff once I get my feet under me. I've experienced jet lag for the first time ever. I never knew what jet lag was, and it's basically your body is in two time zones at the same time. When I was in New Zealand, we were 14 hours ahead of the East Coast, right? Of Eastern Standard Time. We were 14 hours ahead of that. So when you guys were here on Tuesday, I was all ahead on Wednesday. It's weird. It's very weird. My sleep schedule is still a bit off, but I'm happy to be back nonetheless. Whoa, Veronica Tello. Thank you, my friend, for the kind donation. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, it feels weird. Like sometimes during the day, I feel like it's 3 o'clock in the morning, and sometimes at night it feels like it's 6 o'clock in the morning. It's weird. Ask the audience favorite food, movies, hobbies. Yeah, that's all. That's all coming, my friend. It's all coming. Do we know if Carrie Lake has lost yet? Has anybody called that race? I gotta find out because that shit really matters. That matters to me. Hold on. Let's see. Carrie Lake. Somebody give me an update. My kingdom. Carrie Lake keeps calling Trump looking for a 30. Oh, hey, David Shaw. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for the kind donation. Hoodlum tweeted, Carrie Lake keeps calling Trump looking for 37,780 ballots. She's a weird one because Carrie Lake used to be like a reporter, a journalist, a respectable journalist. And okay, we got some reports here from Foxhole Dreams, and Meredith Powell says she is 9 points behind. Cindy C with the detailed report here. I'm sorry, I gotta throw this up. Lake is still lagging in the Arizona GOP gubernatorial primary with 56.9% of the votes counted per AP. Karen Taylor Robson 49.3%, Carrie Lake 40.4%. Now, so here's an interesting thing. In a lot of these races, the Democratic Party had been spending money. This is a strange strategy to me. The Democratic Party was spending money to promote these crazy ass Trumper candidates. Weird. I kind of understand the thinking. I understand because they think, well, this is obviously, this crazy nut job is who we want to run against. But really, is that really who you want to run against? Because what happens if they win? I'm concerned that America is just fucking crazy. You know, why is Marjorie Taylor Greene? That's the question. Why is Marjorie Taylor Greene? Why is Lauren Boebert? Why is Matt Gaetz? Why are these reprehensible people a thing? Makes no sense. It makes no sense. It's infuriating. You know, at least put some, and you know what? I would be just as livid if the Democratic Party put some crazy nut job up to run for office, some lunatic. I would be furious. Furious. So why aren't Republicans furious? They just stopped caring? These are serious questions, you know? These are people, these Republicans, in our brains, you know, we're so fed up with the bullshit that we've, you know, kind of molded them all into one, you know, big, massive glob of stupidity and Trumpism. But they're not. They're not all like that. Some of them are just, you know, some of regular people who, you know, have bills to pay and they go to work and you might run into them in the street and might accidentally bump into them. Oh, excuse me, pardon me. They'll hold the door open for you. You would never know that they're Republican unless they're wearing a red hat. Or unless, you know, you're standing behind them in the supermarket, in the line at the supermarket, and they're like, oh, that Nancy Pelosi, blah, 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 blah. Then you'll know. But aside from that, we wouldn't know. These are just regular people who happen to have difference of opinion in how the government should be run. And if that's the only difference we had, I'd be fine with that, because that's where we were essentially 20 years ago. 20 years ago, those of you who were paying attention to politics 20 years ago in 2002, It's when George Bush was in office, right? Hey, I was mad as hell. I was in those message board rooms, tweeting it, typing in all caps at people. I was mad, but at the end of the day, everybody was still American. There was not one point where I thought that that George Bush had ill intentions for America, that he could possibly be a traitor. And people in Congress, same thing, These are Republicans, these are Democrats. You never thought that, they had it out for us, or they were trying to undermine democracy. And that's where we are today. We have active people who are sitting congressmen, sitting senators, who played a part in January 6th. David Shaw wants to know if, since I'm married to a Kiwi, can I get citizenship? That is an excellent question. I don't know. I don't know why that never occurred to me. It actually really never did occur to me until you just asked. So I'm going to find out. Watch Your Soko says, I disagreed vehemently with Republicans before 2015, but I didn't consider them all insane. There you go. No person in their right mind looks at Marjorie Taylor Greene, a.k.a. Captain Gazpacho, a.k.a. Peach Tree Dishes, a.k.a. Space Laser Nut Job, and thinks, oh yeah, she'd make a good congressperson. Nobody in their right mind thinks that. So yeah, Melissa McQueen says Trump brought the crazy fundamentalists out. Yeah, but what are we going to do about them now? They're not going to just slink away. They're here. They're not going anywhere. So I am concernicus about what happens next. Can we move forward in a country where half of the citizens, or a third, whatever, don't believe in the results of an election? Huh? You had this nutjob Carrie Lake out there telling people that the election is rigged before any votes have been counted. She's saying the election was going to be rigged. Come on with that bullshit. You can't say you love America and then you do shit to undermine the foundation of our democracy. You cannot say that you love America and do shit like that. Am I seeing any of the clips of Jones's courtroom? Which Jones? Who are we talking about? I don't know. Lake is still down by 9, even if she won. No, Veronica Della says if she won, it's not rigged. That's that Trumpy bullshit. It's only rigged if they lose. If they win, then it's perfect. Oh, Alex Jones. Oh my God. I don't know. Thank you for bringing that up. Yeah. I don't know how those parents held it together talking to that jackass. They'd have had to slap the handcuffs on me, because that dude is disgusting. And he got paid and continues to get paid for spreading that nonsense, spreading those lies. It's disgusting. I hope that every penny he makes for the rest of his life goes to those parents. Lacey says her favorite part of today's Alex Jones trials when the judge asked the defending lawyer if he was trying to say that Jones was too ignorant to understand he was lying. Yeah. Good Lord. Torn vocal cords. Yeah, that court case is a complete sideshow. It's crazy. Speaking of sideshow, boy, I had a lot to catch up on. What the hell is up with that grave that they did for Ivana Trump? Oh my God! First of all, if you are the child of Ivana Trump, if you are Donald Jr., if you are Eric, you are Ivanka, and you let that fly as a testament to your mother, you're a disgrace. You're a disgrace. My God. I mean, it's bad enough there was some kind of dubious cause of her death, right? Blunt force, falling down the steps. I never heard of somebody falling down the steps and dying. And then they give her, I've seen dogs with a better, with a nicer arrangement. These are people who are like, look, Ivanka Trump has over $1 billion herself that she grifted from her job in the White House. She couldn't spend a fraction of that to get her mother a nice headstone, put her on a decent, they buried her on the golf course so the father could get a tax break? Are you shitting me? How do the kids say that's okay? Why do I care? I don't know. It's just the decent person in me is outraged. The son in me. I'm a son. I'm a father. I'm a brother. I would never allow somebody that I love to be just disrespected like that. Yeah, I think the funniest thing this week, though, was, well, not funny, but it's kind of ironic that, Trump gets COVID, he can barely breathe. When Biden gets COVID, or they were calling him Dark Brandon. Dark Brandon was trending on Twitter all day yesterday, and there were all these memes showing Joe Biden with cornrows. He had cornrows in his hair, and he said, Trump gets COVID, he can barely breathe. Dark Brandon gets COVID, he takes out the world's most wanted terrorist. That shit is funny. It's very funny. I love it when we are able to take things that they started on the right and we kind of hijack it and make it our own. That's kind of cool. Yes, Dark Brandon is hilarious. So guys, yeah, I'm happy to be back in the saddle. This room is hot as balls right now, so I'm not going to stay in here much longer. I'm going to have to air this room out. Let's see. Let's speed this up. It's no difference. It's hot. This whole week is supposed to be 90s, like a heat wave here. Just 3 days of 90-degree temperature, 3 days in a row of 90 degrees is considered a heat wave. Do we have any good news? I know I saw a picture of our friend Jonathan Slater's dad laughing in the hospital bed. So I'm very uplifted to see that his dad was in good spirits and laughing. I believe wholeheartedly that positive feeling, that positive spirit is very essential to the recovery process. It's essential. It's something to do with the endorphins in your body. Hey, Tanya Karen G, thank you, my friend, for the kind donation. Aries Wanderer wants to know if she could be buried in the backyard for a tax break. So, Jonathan Slater, I believe you are not here with us tonight, Mr. Philosophy. But when you catch us on the replay, prayers are with you, my brother. Prayers, positive energy, good thoughts and wishes to you and your dad. Any last thoughts here? Any questions for me? Bing says the average cost of a headstone like Ivana's cost $800. Oof. Damn. It's even worse that there's a dollar amount on how much that shit cost. Oh my God. Woof. Yeah, Jonathan is funny, damn Alaskan, you're right. You want to know how our jet lag was when we got back? We still have it. Me and wifey both, our schedules are off. What did I have for dinner? I had mac and cheese, if my favorite, and I had chicken and I had salad. And it was very delicioso. So, you guys, thank you very much for joining me for this impromptu episode of Late Night with BDD. I'm your host, BDD, aka Brooklyn Dad. What's my go-to music? Oh, I'm just getting random BDD trivia questions. My go-to music, I would say, is Spoon. Yeah, definitely Spoon. And the kitties, the kitties are adorable. They missed us, of course. So did Rainey. Rainey was there to greet us at the door. We had a very nice, a nice family stayed here while we were away and watched over our house and made sure that nobody tried to burn it down in our absence. And they were also able to take care of our fur babies. It's a fantastic thing called Trusted House Sitters. And this is not a paid advert. I'm just saying that is what enabled us to go on that long trip away from home and not have to put the kittens and Rain in a kennel or whatever. So yes, once again, thank you very much, guys, for joining me for another episode of Late Night with BDD. I'm your host, BDD, aka Brooklyn Dad. If you have not yet gotten your shot, get it. You know why? Because you know, later on you'll have space in your arm for the monkeypox shot. Dude, guys, I don't have the bandwidth for monkeypox right now. I can't. Monkeypox. I said that shit is airborne. Anyway, get your shot, booster. Wear your mask. It looks like it's time to get back to wearing your goddamn mask. Keep your social distance 6 feet or better. And have a lovely, relaxing evening. I'm not sure when I'm going to be back here. Probably in a couple of days, Friday or something like that. I'll let you know. But until then, I love you all. Peace. Wait, where's my outro? Here we go. I got you, Alaska Cindy. Marge Kinney says she never stopped wearing her mask. Clever. 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 Watch your Soko with a reminder to like the show. Oh. Meredith Powell, yes, we can thank Kansas again. Kansas, thank you so much. You really lifted our spirits. You gave us hope for November, and I hope the rest of the country takes heed. As Cindy C says, celebrate the victories. There will be a tsunami in November. Oh, Aries Wanderer. This is true. Get the shot because you can't travel internationally without it. This is true. I can confirm that. Can confirm. So keep an eye out for my Carrie Lake post. I might just drop one. Just say it. Just call it. All right, you guys. I love you very much, but you know I can't stay here all night. It's that time. You need to leave.